Did you know that today's children average 7 hours a day in front of screens, especially with the increase in time spent at home since the start of the pandemic? Parents are being thoughtful about the types of books they are choosing for their children, making selections that offer learning opportunities and a break from the on-screen content that they are constantly exposed to. Encouraging children toward reading and hands-on learning aids their physical well-being, emotional health, and intellectual capabilities. Hi, I'm Kirsten, the owner and author at Bow & Bear Co. I have always wanted to write a book, and after I had my daughter Blair in 2018 and spent countless hours reading to her, I found a gap in the market, particularly for Canadian children. There are so few celebrated Canadian books that recognize Canada and the unique way of life we experience here in the North. I decided to write one myself, but took it one step further and wrote a book that showcases Northern Ontario and our affinity for our camps, and released C is for Camp, an alphabet adventure, in June of 2021. Sales really took off, and I sold over 1,000 books in the first 6 weeks. Research has shown us that sales for children's books rose during the pandemic, with books that supported learning seeing an even bigger boost. While brick-and-mortar bookstores experienced declines in their sales, digital bookstores saw sales increase by 69.7%, and the global children's book market is poised for big growth in 2021 at a rate of 7.8%. Today, C is for Camp is available at my store and 30 others across Ontario. Bow & Bear Co. also continues to offer unique play-based learning resources that were made in Canada with sustainable, eco-friendly materials by talented woodworkers and makers. Everything I sell aligns with the values in my book: imaginative play, outdoor enjoyment, screen-free recreation, and appreciation of the North. My plans are to grow the business by writing another book that features our Canadian winters and all the ways that they can be enjoyed. I will also be adding more products to the shop that enhance learning and developmental growth while still being fun. And as I grow, I will be finding more ways to give back to the access to literacy space. Almost 25% of Canadian households don't own a single book, which perpetuates a cycle of low literacy levels and poverty that is difficult to break. This is why I support the Piper Project and Sioux Area Hospital locally and First Book Canada nationally, which addresses literacy access needs across the country. I have demonstrated the ability to produce a quality product and strategy for being a successful small business. I am looking forward to releasing more books that are truly reflective of the Canadian experience that our young readers can enjoy. While doing research for my first book, I came across a quote that always stood out in my mind. Choose books for children that bring elements of their worlds to life. Our kids need books about the world they recognize. I want the books I write to feel like home, for the children reading them to realize that their world is just as worthy of literary glory as the books they read about New York or Paris. I wanted them to feel familiar, but also fantastic. Thank you for your consideration of my pitch.